So actually, we have so many string functions to manipulate the string number. Okay, in the first one, it is a length. It is a property. So this property can returns the number of characters in the current string. Okay. So compare
Okay.
function, it is used to compare two strings. Okay. This static method compares two strings. Static method in the sense actually we have to give string dot compare. Okay, then it will come and it can compare two strings. Okay, and it contains method. It can check whether the given string is contains it is available in that lengthy string or not. Okay, so
Okay.
we'll start with one example also. Console application. String functions. So I'm taking one string variable string str1 is equals to first string to string operations. Then string str2 is equals to console dot read line. So I'm taking from the user. So if you want to
Okay.
put the string inside the program, we can define like this. If you want to use like this. Okay. Next one. So first function it is to find the length of the string that we can display like this. For example, console dot write line. So whatever the string we have given in console window, that string length I want to display here.
Okay.
Length of string 2, that is 0, comma, str2 dot length. So see, it is a property. Length is a property. It is a get property. Okay, if we given like this, it can return number of characters in the string. Okay, next one. So string dot compare. If you see here, it is a static function. That's why we use like this. And this function returns an integer value. Okay, whether it can check whether the two strings are equal or not, and it returns an integer value. That integer value is a negative or positive or zero.
Okay.
Value or zero. Okay, first string it is greater than the second string. It returns a negative value. So, and if it
Okay.
is same or equal, it returns zero. So, if it is first string, it is less than the second string, it can return zero. One it can return. Okay, based on that values.
If the first string is shorter, then it will return positive.
No. Negative it can return
Okay. Okay.
because of it will take based on ASCII characters and all.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so for
Hmm.
example, we can give like this ABC, comma X, Y, Z. So which in a ascending order, which one will come first? So this can come first, right? So then we can
Yeah.
display what value it can return actually. Console dot write line. So we have to give one string as input.
Okay.
And test. So it returns -1, right? Based on that, we can check whether which one is and smaller, which one is bigger string. Okay, so now here it is. First one it is small. So for example, the ASCII code value it is if you think it is 65, and what will be that ASCII code value of X? It is 20, 65 plus 20, 26, right? So then it will come the 26 means that Z, and it will come 23. Okay,
24.
24 it will come. So 24 plus 65, 69 plus 1, 89. So if you subtract the value 65 minus 83, it can give a negative value, right? So then it
Sir,
can
we can store this value also in a variable and then print it.
this one, this one.
This this compare, yeah.
We can store not an issue. That also we can do. So based
Okay.
on that, we can arrange the strings in ascending order or descending order. That we can do. If we have multiple strings, okay.
Okay.
Based on this compare function, we can arrange the strings in ascending order or descending order. Compare function. Okay. So if, for example, if we given here it is Zi given. Okay. Now it can return a positive value. 1 it returns. So if both are equal, it returns 0. Both are same, it returns 0. So here that is compare function. Actually, this function is a static function. str1 dot. We have another function in normal function. It is compare to. It can this function also take one as calling argument, another one as passing argument.
Argument. Yeah.
This can also return like the same positive value, negative value, and if it is both are same, it can return.
Okay.
Right? It can return as
Yeah.
zero. So both are equal. Compare to and compare. But compare function is a static function. Compare to function, it is a member function of the string class.
Okay.
Okay, member function is we have to call with the object, right? So then that's why we use that one it is calling object, another one is passing argument. Like that we are comparing.
Okay.
Member function of the string class.
Okay.
The string object we are calling that. Okay, right. So that
Okay.
is there. The functionality wise, both are same. Compare and compare. So if it is a compare function, we have to pass two strings as argument to that function. If it is compare to function, okay, we have to call the function with one object and we have to pass another object as. Next one. So equals function contains. It can check whether the given string is contains or not. It returns
Sir,
a
in contents, we can give a string also and character also.
yes. It is a
Okay.
overloaded function.
Okay.
String dot it is a member function here. So
Okay.
str1 dot contains. So it can check whether the given string it is available or not. So we can give the okay the enumerable characters. So we can give the one character value. Okay, then we can give one character value and compare I comparable interface we have. If we implement that interface, we can give that interface also.
Okay.
Right. So for example, if I given like this, so is it returns a boolean value.
Okay.
So if you want to print, we can print, not an issue. Console dot write line. This function checks whether the given string is in the string variable. It is a member function. It is also a member function. Okay.
Okay.
It can check and print true. Is there. Okay. For example, if you want, we can give the variable also. Like I want to check with the string in it is available in str2. So we can give like,
Okay.
so it can compare with the string in the str2. Okay. So
Okay.
so on is there. str2. It returns a false. Okay. Maybe it can check like in between of the characters also. Here it is on,
Okay.
not an individual what word. Any the combination of the characters it is available in that. It can check.
Mm-hmm.
So I given in before on it is there here, right? So that's why
Okay.
it returns a true value. Okay.
Okay.
So now it is false actually. So that is one function. Then equals function. So we can check like this. String dot equals. So this function also available in two ways. Okay, one it is uh, passing argument string dot see here. So we can pass like parameters, two strings as parameters. Otherwise, one it is argument, another one as calling an argument, another one as passing argument. Okay, like that also.
Okay.
So str1 comma str2 we can give like this. Okay, this can check two strings are equal or not and returns a boolean value. Okay, so and returns a boolean value that we can display like this. Okay, here both are not equal. String 1 and string 2 are not equal. Okay,
Okay.
so that's why it written false.
Okay.
So like this here we can check with this, and we can also work like this. So one it is passing argument, one it is calling argument. Str1 dot equals of second string we can pass as object. Okay, and if you want to, we can check the format and all different.
Okay.
Okay, so check first one, and second one is argument. So how we are using the comparative function? The same like we can use this equals also. Right. So the next function it is format function. If you want, you can use this format function to format the string. Okay, 1 minute.
Okay.
Okay, this static method formats a string using other primitives like numbers and all. We can add something like. Okay, so how to
Okay.
format? Let's see. String dot format. We can use this string dot format. We can specify the format. Okay, this like how can we? If we have string, it is in a variable.
Okay.
String 1 0 comma backslash n string string 2 str 1 comma str 2. Like this we can give, and this function returns a string value that we have
Okay.
stored in one variable str res. Console.writeLine str res. So it can, whatever the format you given, in that format it can display here. So string dot format. So whenever you want to format the output like this, so that we can display here. String 1, this is a test string to perform string operations. That is the string we given inside of the program. String 2, that what we have entered here, that it is displayed.
Okay.
Sure. So whatever the output you want to format, that we can format here. For example, like
Okay.
in a console window, if you want to display some tabular format like that, we can. Understood what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For example, like I want to display that roll number, name, and address. Okay. For roll number, I want to display 5. I want to give 5 string dot format of, and see here and give 0 1 2. This I want,
Okay.
and RNO Now, pad left. We have these functions pad left and pad right. Pad right function
Okay.
spaces, and it can round up to that, and it can add spaces.
Okay.
Name.
So if we normally write this, that will also print. Now, why do we need that format?
Format means, for example, I want to give some spaces, something like that I want to add here.
Okay.
It can create one variable kind of parameters, string variable kind of thing that we can use as later on. Many places, if you want to do that, we can store it in one variable. We can use it.
Okay.
Dot pad left, pad right of, for example, 20 characters you want, you can put 20 characters. Okay. And address dot pad right of. This is one. I want 30 characters.
Okay.
So this we can do. Okay. So and string result is equals to console dot right line of st res. Okay. So it is displaying it. So you can check here 25 plus 30, 55 characters. Right. So simply I can use this string console dot right line of dot pad right of so we can specify the character. For example, here it is 55 characters, 55 comma adding character we can specify. That's all. Okay, if you see here it can looks like a table format. Okay, you can run. Can work like
Okay. Okay.
so here below you can enter whatever you want. Some student data, if you have objects and all, we can. So that type of scenarios we can use this format. What is the need? You understood now. For example, you need
Yeah.
roll number in one variable. You can use that number variable dot pad right of 5. Here I given string. Okay, instead of string, you can give some variable name.
Got it.
If you have string class, you read that you in that value you want to the output string.
Yeah.
That we can do. Okay, that is the use of formatting format characters. So okay, so we use that format function and we can store the value in one variable. Or otherwise, we can directly use console. Okay, that is the use of format.
Yeah.
So by using this format function, we can write that some. We can give some placeholders and we can give the array of arguments on it. Okay, next one, insert method. This method insert the string in a given string. Okay, you can give one string and you can insert inside of it. Okay, we can how to insert and all we will see. Here one dot insert of okay index position we have to give and the value we have. Okay, index position means, for example, an exact in this position I want to check. Okay.
Okay.
One dot. Index of. Okay, this function returns an index of a given character.
Okay.
Index of any, it can specify the set of characters. We can give the character array. Okay, and that is index of any. Okay, so we can give character array.
Okay.
So it is. Okay, we can give like directly we can give 5 and comma string value we can give some string, or otherwise we can give the string in the uh, second string variable. Okay, that also we can. And this function returns a string as result.
Yeah.
String res. Okay, so already we have res there now. Console dot write line res. Open display. Okay, so see in the fifth character position, it is fifth index position, it is right. This
Yeah.
the test string to perform. Okay, so like that in a particular index position, we can insert the string. Next one. Pad left. Already we saw this pad left and pad right. For example,
Yeah. Mhm.
you want to add some padding character to at right side or left side, and make the string to particular length. Okay, for example, if you want to make the string with 5 character length, okay, but you have only 3 characters in that. Remaining 2 characters, if you want to add some space or if you want to add some particular character, that time we can use this pad left or pad. Okay, so remove function, it can remove. See, use the method to receive a copy of the string with the modifications. You can remove,
Okay.
or we can use replace also. For example, here we have is you want to replace with some other string. Okay, that we can
Okay.
replace.
Okay.
Here one dot replace or remove. See here remove function. Starting index we have to specify and we have to give the count, that number of characters it can remove from there.
Okay.
Function if you use, and we can specify the starting index 6 comma and 2. It can remove two characters from the string, and which is started from
Okay.
6 character position.
Hello.
And we can store the result in the variable.
మాట్లాడుతున్నాను
1 minute. Okay, this function do that, and it can return the resultant string. All right, and for example, we can do this with the character. We can remove 3 characters. Now, not will be removed, no? So then we can display the resultant string, and we can display here. And next one, replace function. Replace function, it can replace the given string with another string. Str one dot replace of. So we can give the old character and a new character, or otherwise we can give old string value and a new string value. There's a 2 times overloaded function. So for example, a given is that I want to replace with some or something, and we can display that result console.line of res. Ma. See, here it is not is there, no? Okay, not is the complete word. It removed 3 characters from that actually, 5th position onward.
Okay.
And is replaced with ARR.
Okay.
Whatever the IS combination is there, it can remove that. Okay. So, and count number of characters only, but it should be 3 characters. Whenever the IS is these 2 characters combination is that will be replaced with ER.
Okay.
Use of replace string, and the split function, it can divide the string into multiple strings based on a particular character letter. Okay, for example, if you
Okay.
want to split this string with based on the spaces, okay, string array it is, for example, str1 dot split of, so I given a character, single character. Okay, so whenever the space it is occurred, that can be split with the 2 strings. Okay, so and for example, you can you know all these things, right? Then just I'm commenting string 1 I split, then it can be taken as this is the test. So each and every word it can separate, and all the words it can store into this string array. Right. So like that it can display.
Okay.
Console dot line of so I think it can display string array. Okay. 1 minute.
Okay.
Dot concat. It can concat 2 string arrays that it can do. Okay. So each and every string if you want, we can display.
Okay.
Trim function, it can remove the spaces, leading and trailing. For example, if the string it is having any spaces under, given like this, res is equals to space okay. So console dot write line res dot trim. If you use this function, it can remove all the spaces, leading and trailing spaces. Okay, testing. If you observe here, so we have here up to here only it is the string.
Yeah.
If you have any doubt, we can put something like. So then we come to know that where the ending. So here it remove the leading spaces and trailing spaces. That is the use of trim function. We have two more functions: trim start, trim end. If you want to remove starting spaces, you can use trim start.
Okay.
Trim end function to remove the ending spaces of the string.
Okay.
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 That's one thing. And two upper function, it can convert all the characters into uppercase. Two lower, it can convert characters into lowercase. Okay. So that is the use, and we'll see anything we missed or not. So we have all these are array functions only. Clone function. So this can return an instance of the string. That means it can create one more copy. That's all. Contains already we discussed. Copy to function, it can create a separate copy. Copies of specified number of characters from the specified position in the instance. It can create a new string. For example, we can give like this: source index, starting index, and the character and the characters. Okay, and the destination index. So what are the characters you want to copy, and the destination index and the count. So like that we can give starting index and destination index. Copy to function can create a separate copy of the given middle of the string. Ends with. we can check whether the given string it is ends with a specified string or not. For example, if you have a string that is ended with a dot or not, if you want to check, or it is ended with some dollar symbol or not, or it is ended with some specified string or not. Okay, like how it is mean, uh, you have an order number. That order number it is comes from online. Okay, so when it is an online order, you given like ending on or online or something. If you added as some parameter, some
Okay.
little constant you added for online orders or online orders. Understood what I'm saying? So then you can take the orders which is ended with online. So then that is nothing but the order numbers which is taken from online. Okay, you can check the specified string it is ended with a given string or not.
Okay.
Okay, determines whether the end of the string it is of the string instance matches the specified string or not. Okay, so that it is equals function already we checked, so it can compare two functions. Right. So get enumerator, it can return a character enumerator. String can be converted into enumerator. Okay, enumerator is nothing but a generic collection. Okay, some list of characters it can.
Okay.
So get type it is a general function. It can return the type of the object. So index of it can returns the index of a given character. For example, S it is there and it returns the first occurrence. Okay, report the zero based index of first occurrence of the specified Unicode character in the string. For example, in the above we have one string testing or something. You want to check the S character position of S. So then we can use index of S we can give. The first occurrence it can return. Okay. Index of any. So if you have any group of characters, okay,
Okay.
group of characters you want to check the index. So any of the character it can return. Okay, see here
Okay.
returns a zero based index of the first occurrence in the instance of any character in the specified array. For example, if you given 5 or 10 characters, okay,
Okay.
occurrence of any character.
Okay.
Next, insert function already we discussed. It can insert the string at the specified index position.
Okay.
Last index of. So it is vice versa to that first index. Index of function. Okay, index of function it returns first occurrence. Last index of function returns last occurrence of the character.
Okay.
Last index of any. This is also we can pass array of characters. So from that array, any of the character, so last position it returns. So length already we discussed. It is a property. It can return length of the string. And, pad left, pad right. Okay, we can add some character delimiter to the specified number of characters to round up the string with the specified number of characters. Okay, so if you
Okay.
given a pad left and directly you given the length, it can add the spaces.
Okay.
So other than spaces, if you want to add some more character, we can give the character delimiter. Okay, pad left,
Okay.
pad right. Left can add the spaces to left side, right can add the spaces to the right side. The string will be aligned to opposite direction. Aligned to opposite direction. Okay. So, and the remove function, it can remove the specified string in the given string. The replace function also, it can replaces the specified string with another string in the given string variable. Split function, it can split the string into multiple strings based on the given character delimiter. Okay, starts with, it can check whether the string is started with that specified string or not. So it is reversed to the end with. Okay. And substring, we can divide the string into multiple strings based on the length and count. Okay, we can give the index position. For example, from the 10th index position onwards, okay, you want to split into two strings. We can give that starting position and the number of characters count we can.
Okay.
Okay, or for example, substring of. So it is 2 times overloaded. We can give the starting index. If you given a starting index, from that index position, to end, till end, string end, it can divide the two strings. Okay, so
Okay.
take the substring, that's all.
Okay. Got it.
So, and the second one, see this, length we can specify. Length means number of characters. How many number of characters if you want to take from that string. Okay,
Okay.
that it is. And the to lower, it can convert into lowercase. Invariant returns a copy of the string. That object converts the lowercase using the casing rules of the invariant culture. So different cultures based on to string, it can convert into string. It is a default only. To upper, it can convert into uppercase. Trim function, it can remove the leading and trailing spaces. Trim end, it can remove the spaces at the end. Trim start, it can remove the starting character spaces of the string. Okay, so those are the string functions we have. String member functions of the string class. So string dot. So these are what static functions. Compare function,
Okay.
compare two strings. Compare ordinal, compare two specified string objects by evaluating the numeric values of the corresponding character object in the each string. Okay,
Okay.
some numerical characters also it can check. Concat, it can combine two strings. Okay,
Okay.
cat, it can combine array of strings to the existing string. Array of
Okay.
the existing. So copy, it can create one more copy, creates a new instance of the string with the same values as a specific string, right? So it can check
Okay.
whether the string it is empty or not. For example, if you have a string variable that you copy from another variable or copy it from the data in the database. Okay. So normally how we can check the string variable, like this we can check normally. res double equals to, like this we can check. Instead of checking like that, we can use this function string dot empty. Okay, this is a property. We can check the variable value with this.
Okay.
Understood? It return a boolean value, either true or false.
Okay.
Both are equal. So if the string res it is empty, it can return a. For example, I remove this one. So it is not empty. Some at least one character it is there. Right? Okay. So res it can check whether the string it is empty or not.
Okay.
Value it can check. Uh, dot. So equals function it can check two strings are equal or not. Two strings we have to pass as argument. Format function already we discussed. We can format the string. Uh, retains the system dot reference of the specified string. The reference of the string, it can check which position it is, the string it is.
Okay.
Is in returns the reference of the specified string. It is also the same. Is null or empty. We can check whether the string it is null or empty. It can return a boolean value. If it is null, if it is or empty, it can return. Is null or white space. Okay, this function check whether the string it is null value or it contains a string empty white spaces,
Okay.
like this.
Okay.
So now we can check. So it returns a true value. It contains any white space, maybe at least one white space it contains. That's why it returns true value. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Dot join function, it can join multiple strings. Okay. So that means combine the multiple array of strings. Okay.
Okay.
All the elements of the string array using the specified separator between each element. Okay. So
Okay.
combine all the array of strings with a specific delimiter. For example, here we split that now. Okay, so we can use like this string dot join of, okay, separator if I given like this, and the array we can give str array. Okay, it returns a final string value only. Final string value returns. You observe. See, the space will be replaced with hyphen, right? Here.
Okay, okay, got it.
Okay, join. It is also the same like join only. Okay,
Okay.
reference equal. If you have any two string objects, both strings are in same reference or not, we can check that. Okay, so that it is string functions. Okay, basic string manipulation operations under already we discussed now. All these comes under string manipulations only.
Yeah.
So these are the what characters. For example, if you want to add a first phase, okay. For example, you want to like this console dot write line. Okay, you want to add like this, just we have to put this backslash a first phase. Okay, then on. Okay, so that string, for example, if you want to add double quotation in between, if you put like this, it won't come, right? So then what we have to do, backslash double quotation first phase. Okay, so we can run this. Understood? Because double quotation it is used to represent the string. When you put some character literals, so in between the double quotation, that it can take as a string, right? Use given a starting, so the compiler will think it is the ending one, but it is not ending one. I want to put this double quotation inside the that message. Okay, that time we can use this backslash and double quotation.
Got it.
In between the string, if you want to put the double quotation, we can do that. So like that backslash also. Okay, backslash a triggers a system alarm. When you put this, some small beep will come. Eek, like
Okay.
that beep will come. Backslash n insert the new line. Okay, backslash or insert the carriage return. Carriage return means it is also works like backslash n only. So I told you at the beginning, the typewriter we can move the head by clicking the flip on down. Okay, so that is
Yeah.
we call it as a carriage return. Backslash t insert the horizontal tab space.
Tab.
Tab space it can give. Okay.
Oh. Yeah.
So we have one more class. It is string builder. So by using string, we can create a mutable. It is immutable. Okay, immutable means it will not create each and every adding string adding. It will not create a separate separate instance. For example, if you observe here, I given something string str is equals to something happened here. Okay, so int I is equals to 1 semicolon I less than equal to 5 I plus plus. Okay, so inside of this I want to enter some string console.read line. Okay, so whatever the string I given that I want to append to the this string variable. Okay, so then we can give like this str plus equals to. So in this scenario, the string str will be created separate instance for every time. The new instance will be created for every time. So that is called mutable. Sorry, immutable. Immutable means it can create every time. Okay, for example, in the same operation, if you want to do if you accomplish with this string builder, okay, so
Okay.
the same operation you did with this string builder, so it is mutable, so it will not create a separate string, separate variable every time. So whatever the variable it is available in the memory, so it will be added add the given string to the existing one only. It will not
Okay.
at each and every time. Okay, so
Okay.
it's called
Okay.
string builder. That is the use of string builder. So if you
Okay.
go here append line, if you want to add the given text as a new line, that it can
Okay.
add as a new line. Okay, so that can print console dot write line of str. It can works like normal string variable only. Okay, but it is having some specific functions in that. Str dot. If you observe append function, it can add to the existing. Okay, append format. So in a specific format, it can take and it can append. Okay, append line. So it can add the given string as a new line. Capacity. So get a maximum number of characters we can allow. How many number of characters we can allow inside of that string builder. That capacity we can set and we can get. For example, you want to allow only 100 characters. Understood what I'm saying? So 100 characters,
Yeah.
put that 100 capacity. Clear means it can remove that. Okay, if it is a string variable, directly we can put like this. Okay, so but when it is a string builder, we cannot put like that. We have to use that clear function to remove the content in the text.
Okay. Okay.
Variable, right? Copy to it can create a new instance. Okay,
Okay.
ensure capacity, it can check. Ensure the capacity of the instance.
Okay.
So equals, it can perform comparison operation. Okay, so
Okay.
insert, it can works like a normal insert operation, whatever we perform in that normal string variable. Okay, it can insert given string in the specific index position. Length, it can
Okay.
return the length of the string. Max capacity, it can return the maximum capacity. Remove also, it can remove the specified string from the given string. Replace, it
Okay.
can, it can replace the given string with another string. Okay, so these
Yeah.
string builder functions. So that is about actually string and string builders. Both are using for string operations only.
Okay.
Right. So majorly, so those things we have to discuss about datetime functions and strings.
Okay.
So tomorrow we'll start with this methods and parameter modifiers and so already we discussed parameter modifiers, out to ref and normal parameter.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So remaining and all we discuss tomorrow. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay.